Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Walker Venrick with Sharp Sports Network, bringing you my top 3 favorite plays for this January 2nd 9-game NBA slate. I've tried 4 or 5 times now, and I keep saying December. I got so in the rhythm of saying this December blank slate, but we got it right this time, so we're going to jump right into this video. If you have not already, please do leave a like on this video. We greatly appreciate your support, and if you do have any questions, comments, or concerns for us, please leave them in the comment section below. We're happy to give y'all advice when we can. I did want to just thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys for your patience with my little hiatus from the YouTube videos and the streams. I am all moved into my new apartment. I really appreciate, again, your patience, and thank you guys for sticking around. But we're going to be back on the daily grind with the videos and the streams now. Everything's all set up. The new setup is awesome. So we're going to jump right into this one, though. So starting off here on DraftKings, with one of my first favorite plays, it's going to be one of these Golden State Warriors guys. I know a lot of these guys are going to be popular tonight, but I'm really looking to start off with a lot of my lineups actually with Damion Lee. Damion Lee has a 20% usage rate this season, and he's one of my favorite Warriors on the slate. Marquise Chris, Alec Burks, and Draymond Green, they make for great plays tonight, but I'm really looking to target Lee in a matchup where he should see at least 34 or 35 minutes, I would assume. He's averaging 0.88 fantasy points per minute on the season, but over the last 5 games, he's actually averaging over 1.12 fantasy points per minute. The injuries are kind of the key for Damion Lee and his production, and now he's matching up against the team that allows the highest average fantasy points per game to opposing small forwards and the 3rd highest average fantasy points per game to opposing shooting guards. It seems like a perfect storm for Damion Lee, if I'm being honest. The Wolves are only 3.5-point favorites, and this should be a really competitive game where Damion Lee can thrive. So he's definitely going to be somebody that I'm targeting on all sites tonight, but I definitely like him over here on DraftKings with the 6.6K price tag. We might even be able to catch him at relatively lower ownership because of that price tag. It should scare some people off. But my second play that I have for you guys over here on FantasyDraft is Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert has a 16% usage rate this season, and honestly, that's nothing to brag about. But Chicago, an interesting little stat about Chicago, they get blocked more than 27 other teams in the league. They are 3rd to last in just allowed blocks. Gobert's been a block monster all season long. He's been swatting balls left and right, and he should thrive in this game, not just with the blocks, but this should be a monster double-double spot for a guy like Rudy Gobert. Chicago allows the most fantasy points per game on average to opposing centers, and Gobert's been playing lights out as of late. He's averaging over 1.25 fantasy points per minute, and he should see at least 35 minutes here. As they are just 3.5-point favorites over the Chicago Bulls team. I expect Gobert to go a little under-owned, but similar to Damion Lee, he's just kind of priced up a little bit around the industry, and I think a lot of people are going to see his price tag and say, oh, I only need an extra 200 or 300 to get to a guy like Nikola Jokic or something like that. But I will not be shying away from Rudy Gobert in this spot. It's a really, really dream matchup for him, so I love Rudy Gobert tonight. And then coming over here, last but not least, on FanDuel, I have Lou Williams already pulled up for you guys. This is one of few times where I really am going to call this a site-specific play. I think he's a fine GPP play, maybe just a lesser play on DraftKings, like a B tier sort of a play. But on FanDuel, Lou Williams for me is a lock. I absolutely love Lou Williams at just 5.2K over here on FanDuel when he's 6.3K on DraftKings. It's an absolute, it's a monumental difference from site to site there. But Lou Williams at 5.2K seems too good to be true over here. He has a 30% usage rate this year and should see an uptick in minutes with Pat Beverly out. With Pat Bev out, his usage is relatively the same. They're not on the court all the time together, but he will definitely soak up some of those minutes. And I think 34 plus is a pretty good projection for him for his time on the court tonight. I think he's a great play. Like I said, though, on DraftKings and FantasyDraft, I think he's fine. But over here on FanDuel, I just won't be fading him anywhere. The 12.5-point spread is a little bit worrisome, but as long as this game stays close enough to avoid anybody getting benched in the fourth quarter, I'm not concerned with the minutes at all, because as long as he does get the minutes, the usage will be there and the points will be there. He should be one of the best point per dollar plays tonight, especially on FanDuel. He should be strong on DK too. Again, just a little bit more hefty on of a price tag over on DK than I would like. But FanDuel wise, this price tag should be, again, one of the best point per dollar plays on the night. Detroit, the Pistons, they rank dead last in average fantasy points per game allowed to opposing point guards. And with Lou Will taking the ball up a majority of the game tonight, it just seems like it's too good to be true for Lou Williams tonight. So again, this price tag is just kind of a joke. I think Lou Will is going to absolutely crush this price tag, and you get a relatively high ceiling with a guy like Lou Williams as well. But again, thank you guys for your patience in the break that I had from my move. So thank you guys for coming out. I know a lot of you did not go anywhere, so thank you guys very, very much. We're going to be back on the daily grind, and I will also be live streaming for the first time in days over on Twitch around 4 Eastern, maybe 4:30 Eastern. We are working on some stuff with the site, so whenever I get that stuff done, I will be live on Twitch. Make sure you come out to that if you have not before. They are very fun, very interactive, and I get to answer your questions live. The link to that will be in the description below. I hope to see some of you guys over there, but again, thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I really appreciate every single one of you, and we're going to keep crushing it. So hopefully we get back on track from the break with some fire tonight. All three of these guys, hopefully they can turn up for us. But I will see you guys soon. Good luck to everybody playing the slate tonight, and peace.